is only one perfect solution, but there are clues that will try to trick our team.
Hello there everyone, my name is Crazy Caleb and today we're going to be taking a look at RGB Combination. So this is the way the module looks. It has a series of different colors present on the module, and each of the colors will only appear exactly once, and if you haven't already figured it out, we're going to be using the RGB table based off of the title. So this is the RGB table. We have red, green, and blue as our primary colors. We have yellow, magenta, and cyan as our secondary. Red and green makes yellow, red and blue makes magenta, and green and blue makes cyan, and we have the center being white, and we have the outer being black. So, if you happen to already realize, each color appears exactly once. And what exactly do we need to do with this module? Well, what happens is that these modules are sort of transposing into something here, and we need to figure out what colors, when they combine with each other, what colors do they form afterwards, and how exactly do we know what they do? What we're going to do is we're going to break up each of the colors, and we're going to look at how many times each channel appears to create a new color. And if the channel appears only once, it is present in the new color, otherwise it is absent in the new color. So let's take a look at this first bit on the left here, because the way that this wants you to do it is it wants you to read the two rows of colors from left to right. So we're going to focus on the first two rows here from left, and then we're going to continue on like so. So we have magenta. Magenta is corresponding to red and blue, red, blue, and then yellow is red, green. Now let's take a look here. So we do have red that appears in both of them. So what this means is that this is not going to appear in the new color. Next up, we have blue. Blue appears only once. And we also have green that appears only once. So what this means for our next color is this will be green, blue. And what does that transpose to? That green and blue gives us a cyan. And what we're going to do is we're going to note that down for later, because cyan will be the first color we get from these two colors right here. Next up, we have white and black. White is going to be red, green, blue, and black is simply going to be nothing. So we have red, green, blue, and let's just mark this with a question mark, or rather an exclamation mark, because there's nothing in it. And already what you can tell is anything with black pretty much stays the exact same from the first color. So this is simply just going to be red, green, blue, which happens to be white. They all appear exactly once, so they will be present in the new color. White will be our second color. Next up, green and cyan. So we have green is just green, and cyan is going to be green, blue. Now taking a look here, green appears on both cases here. However, blue appears only once, so we're just going to be using blue for the next stage, and then this blue will be on its own. So our third color will be blue. And our last color, red and blue. Red and blue actually happen to be both primary colors, so what this means is that red and blue appear only once, so it's just going to be a combination of red and blue, which gives us magenta. And these will be the four colors that we're going to press. Now, the nice thing is that there's 4 stages down here at the bottom present to know which stage you're at, from left to right. And we must press them in the exact order, because if we press, for example, magenta,
No, I can't
it gives us a strike. We cannot press them in any order. We have to press cyan, white, blue, and magenta. And just like that is a solved module. Now, the nice thing is that if you happen to know how the RGB table works, if you happen to have this memorized in your head, this is a perfect solo for you guys. And if you happen to already realize, alarm clock, please. There happens to be exactly one color of each present here, and that's the reason why it is, because of the submission, because you have to press each of these spaces in some way, shape, or form. So let's take a look at another example here. It's just very simple, and it's very easy on the expert part. So yellow is made up of red, green. Then magenta is made up of red, blue. Red appears twice, but green and blue appear both exactly once. So our first color is going to be a cyan. That's good. Next up, we have red and cyan. Red is made up of red, and then cyan is made up of green, blue. All of the colors appear exactly once. So that's going to be white. White was our second color. Next up, we have green and white. So green is made up of just green, and then white is made up of red, green, blue. That's the red, green, blue. Green is the only color that appears twice, so our answer is going to be red, blue. Red, blue makes magenta. Magenta will be our third color. Alright, and for our last one, Black and blue. Well, we already know that black pretty much does nothing to it. There's no colors present in the red, green, and blue here. So that means our last color will simply be blue. Let's take a look at one final example. And I'm going to go through this pretty speedy because once you understand how this module works, it's pretty straightforward. Next up, we have magenta and blue. Magenta has red, blue, and blue has just blue. We can already tell that blue is present in magenta, so we're actually going to get rid of blue from this. So our first answer, as you can see here, red, blue, and blue. Our first answer will be red. Next up, we have red and green. Both of them are primary colors, so we're simply just going to do the combination of those two, which will be yellow. Cyan and black, again, same case as before. Black, blue does nothing, so that means our third color will be cyan. And lastly, yellow and white. Yellow is made up of red and green, and white is made up of red, green, blue. And the only color that doesn't appear twice is going to be a blue. So our fourth color is going to be blue. And just like that is this whole module. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.